Hello and welcome back to Politics on the Prairie. I'm your host Dan Williams, and today in this free video we'll be going over the recent county commissioner election in Dewey County. For those of you unaware, Dewey County, a county in northwestern Oklahoma, had a recent election for county commissioner, in which Flint Ferris, the Democrat, won. As we can see here, Flint Ferris won with 231 votes to Darrell L. Polson's, the Republicans, 198 votes, flipping this seat to the Democrats. Now, this is quite unexpected for many reasons, as we'll get into when we look at the behind the scenes of the district, but first let's click to a map. So here we have Dewey County, and highlighted in red and blue are the two precincts, yes, two precincts, that make up the county commissioner district. In this blue one, we can see that Flint Ferris won this by quite a large margin, but there's considerably less votes in this one. However, he kept the northern precinct close, even though there's much more votes in this one, and Polson ended up winning this one. Now, if we scoot on over to DRA, we have the district here made in DRA, and we can see its relative position in Oklahoma. As we can see, Dewey County is just south of Woodward here. But as far as major population centers inside this county commissioner district, we have the town of Vici right here. And I know many people will see this and say Vici or Vici. As far as I've been able to look up and gather, this is Vici. This makes up the bulk of the district's population, around 611, with the overall the district being 1,500 people as of the 2020 census. And then you can see that the population in these precincts, most of the votes and most of the people live in this northern precinct here, while the southern precinct is much more sparsely populated. Now, as far as regular partisan lean, this is very, very Republican. As we can see here in the composite, generally Republicans win this district by 80%. No, I'm not stuttering or incorrect there. 80. And Trump won it by 81 in 2020. So this is a super Republican area of a very Republican state. Dewey County sits in the northwestern part of the state, which is not ancestrally Democrat at all. So this is not an area where you would even see that many registered Democrats. So it is very clear that Mr. Ferris won over Republicans. Now, a lot of people would say, this is kind of just a random election, a random special election, and not to read into the result too much. And while I can certainly understand those concerns, and I will make those caveats as well, I wanted to say a bit on why I'm focusing on this race. So for those of you that know me personally, you all know that I'm quite the gamer, so to speak. It's kind of embarrassing to admit that sometimes. But in one of my favorite games, Halo 2, two people are walking down a hallway, and this character says to the other character, "Folks need heroes, Master Chief, to give them hope. So smile, would ya? Well, you still got something to smile about." Listen, let me level with my viewers here for a second. Being a Democrat in this state we have here in Oklahoma is hard. Cards on the table, I am one. This party's been through some rough times for sure, and it's a steep climb that we're making great strides on. It's a steep climb out of the tough spot we're in. So why I wanted to highlight this race, somebody winning out in true rural Oklahoma, true always been red Oklahoma, is that it's important to understand that somebody out here thought that it would be worth it to run as a Democrat, an area that probably hasn't elected a Democrat since FDR, and still stuck with us. Now, Mr. Ferris, from what I understand, is quite well known in this area of the state, being endorsed by a local ranching association, being a volunteer firefighter around Dewey County, as well as just being part of a family that's pretty well known. The fact that they still stuck with the Democrats says something, right? Now, Mr. Ferris might well be pretty far to the right of me, but it's important that people should not give up on us. People should invest in Democrats, and I don't just mean that, ethereally. The National Party, other organizations shouldn't just overlook Oklahoma. We are very scrappy, the few of us that exist out here. We're scrappy enough to win over areas like VC, Oklahoma, population 600. So you can see here, if we turn out the map colors, this is the little dot map of all the people who live here, right? Mostly white. The district's mostly white, right? The other major population center is out here in Lenora, and it's not that many people out here, right? My point is, and perhaps this isn't the most engaging visually, my point is, if you're a Democrat out in Oklahoma, don't give up hope. I went out to Garfield County Democrats when this election happened, and there are people out there. They're not defunct, as some people may claim them to be. They're out there doing their best. And I just wanted to give this, message of hope out there for everyone. I'll be doing another video here, a paid video in a bit, but I encourage everyone to subscribe to my Patreon for more data analysis, and who knows, maybe at this point some uplifting speeches as well. It's my Patreon, and, who knows, I'll turn it into a variety hour someday. Anyway, I'll get to a more data-informed video, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Encourage your friends and family to subscribe, and stay weather aware this evening. Have a good night, everyone.